Thank you so very much once again. Tonight is going to be wonderful. The program is Echoes of Grace, streaming live from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. Mr. Isaac Pinto is the man behind our technical team today. That is our CEO at Holyhills Radio. Ably supported by Mr. Chris Aditeria. It's such a huge privilege to be alive. Sometimes we get depressed about so many things, but the gift of life is so precious. This week, motivation for the week, I'm taking it from Galatians chapter 4, verse 1. Yes, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differs nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. Powerful verse. Let me take it again. The great Apostle Paul says, now I say that the heir, the word is H-E-I-R. H-E-I-R is pronounced heir, not hair. As long as he is a child, differs nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. As Christians, we've been called into heirship. We've been called to be heirs of the kingdom. We've been called to be masters of situation. When God created the earth, he said, let them have dominion. That is Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. And in that verse alone, he pronounced dominion about 7 times. Let them be over. So technically, God created us, he wanted us to be in charge of situations. That is why as a human being, when you are under a situation, you become uncomfortable. You were created to have dominion, to be on top. So until you come out of a situation, you are not going to feel easy. That is not your nature. It's like a fish that has been dragged out of water. Somewhere, somehow, Adam sinned and we got engrossed in so many things. Now, Jesus Christ has come to redeem us. Unfortunately, the devil keeps on fighting us, and he keeps on fighting us with ignorance. You have become an heir of righteousness. And the gift of righteousness has been given to you. As you sit down here, God does not see you the way you see yourself. He sees you as the righteousness of God. Until the day that you come to this realization, you are going to battle sin. Sin is going to dominate you. Things are going to dominate you. It doesn't mean you are not going to struggle. You should be fighting with weapons, good weapons, and the biggest weapon is that you are the righteousness of God. Until you know this, the devil is going to bully you because you are a child. You are a baby, even though you are a royalty. And because of that, the servants in the household are going to bully you because you don't know who you are. You could be the next Asante Hene. You'll be living in the palace because you don't know. The devil, the servants in that household could be bullying you when they look around and nobody is watching. This evening, I want you to know that the Bible says in 2 Corinthians 5:21 that he who knew no sin became sinful that we. He became a sin that we might become the righteousness of God. God does not see you the way you see yourself. He's looking at you through Jesus. Before you came into Jesus, he was looking at you through Adam. So it meant that it doesn't matter what you did. Even your righteousness was still a bad righteousness. But no matter what you did, God was seeing you through Adam. Now that you have become a Christian, according to Romans 5 verse 19, God sees you the same way he sees Jesus. So he sees you as someone who is accepted, approved, valued, precious in his sight. Go in that victory and say no to sin, and it will stick. Otherwise, you can never defeat sin just by willpower. When you are able to say no to sin is because you know who you are, that you are an heir of righteousness. And God bless us for this week. And this week, may we meditate upon who we are in Christ. Tonight, we are blessed. Tonight, I said we are blessed. We have strong, great gentlemen in the district with us. We're going to allow them to introduce themselves. We'll be talking about so many things. We're going to talk about Gen 2019. We will talk about mental health and the importance of us to know that We could be looking so cheerful and good, but we could be under depression. I know you wouldn't believe it, but you could be seriously under depression. I mean, everybody goes through some moment of madness. Sometimes you can take decisions that you sit back and think about it and say, was it I who did this? I mean, it's serious. So we are going to talk about some of this stuff, and I have such great communicators with me. I'm so privileged. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's start from this. I mean, you guys are looking handsome.
Thank you very much.
Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Oh, okay. My name is James and Nyamesem Boakye.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would say I'm a Bible study teacher. Yeah, and I love to work with the youth. Especially, I love to work with them because I see myself to be a youth. So mostly I find it easy getting into their line. Yeah.
Wow.
So I believe that's a little about me that I could share.
Thank you so much.
And I'm a married man with a son.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. Boss. Talk to us.
And my name is Delali Agbenyegah. I fellowship at PIWC, and I am a member of the Voices of Glory, which is the choir in PIWC.
Wow.
And today I'm here because I'm the leader of the planning committee for Gen.
Wow. Okay, so thank you very much for talking about Gen. Tonight we are talking about Gen 2019. So I will start from you, Mr. Agbenyegah. What is Gen? When we talk about Gen, what is it?
Yeah. So Gen, GEN, is Glory Explosion Night.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a program that was started in 2016 by Pastor Mike Polofi when he was here. Really, the idea of Gen is to reach out to the community through worship.
That's right.
So we bring people in the community, city leaders, worshippers, and anyone who has time to come. We bring them all together to worship God, our Creator, and then through that, reach out to them with important topics in the community. So when we did this in 2016, it was the police and the community relationship, if you remember. And then we did that again in 2017, and that was about substance abuse. So this year we are doing that, and the theme mental illness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that is about Gen. So you guys are always trying to tackle a problem that society faces.
Right.
Yeah.
And you choose mental health.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Nyamesem,
Yes,
when you talk about mental health, what is it?
Right. To make it or put it in a simple form, I think mental health is a condition that affects a person's thinking. Yeah. And it can also be even a condition that affects your mood or your feeling. So when you look at the scope it covers, you can see that once you have a mood, it can be affected. Once you have a feeling, it can be affected. Once you have a particular way of thinking, it can be affected. So in this, all these categories goes under mental illness. So the question may be, who are the people that are affected? Am I okay? Am I sound? Am I better than somebody? Am I in a state that I will never, or I have to look at this topic in a different way? No, the question is no, because once you have a thinking, once you have a thought margin, once you have a feeling, once you have a mood, and all of these can be affected one way or the other, mental illness is very closer, or is even part of you that needs attention.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
And
welcome.
Mr. Agbenyegah, talking about mental health again, do Christians need this? Because I thought everything is in the Bible and you don't really need a resource person. And God is already taking control, so why do you need a resource person? Someone to come and talk about mental health.
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked this question because I think this is a misconception that we Christians do not need guidance and help as far as mental health is concerned. Because as Christians, we show up in church, we preach the gospel to people, we talk about the salvation that we've received from Jesus Christ, And sometimes you may be deceived that everything
It's
is
okay.
is okay. Meanwhile, as a Christian, you know, in your Christian journey, there's a lot of challenges that you are facing. And sometimes because you are Christian, even makes it worse that you don't want to even open up
You have to fake
about
it.
so many things. So you have to even fake it. In fact, as a matter of fact, there is a pastor of a mega church.
Really?
I'm just trying to remember this pastor's name. This pastor, his name is Jared Wilson. The thing I'm talking about happened just on the 9th of September, so just 5 days ago. So it is not like some old news.
Yeah.
This happened recently.
Current news.
Exactly. This pastor who founded Anthem of Hope. Anthem of Hope was actually a foundation that he has founded to actually help people under depression, people going through mental illness. But guess what happened? He himself committed suicide
Seriously?
on Monday
Wow.
because of depression. Okay, so your question is if we Christians actually face this challenge, but now I'm giving you an example of a pastor of a mega church that was going through that, and he actually came out openly that he's facing this challenge, and that was how he even founded the organization called the Anthem of Hope. But you know, we don't know what actually happened. Unfortunately, he also committed suicide last Monday. So as I'm speaking now, he has his wife and one of his he has a wife and one child left behind. Yeah. So depression, mental health can be affected. Anybody else can be affected. And you see, when you say mental health, like my brother said, it includes depression, anxiety, all those kind of things. Every moment, if sometimes you do something, you say like, did I just do this?
Yeah.
Or you act on something. Sometimes you are very stressed out.
Yeah.
You are not even walking, you are not running, you are just stressed out. Even with job. Job can cause you to be depressed, and if
Even
that
school
continues
too.
in school, if that continues for a very long time, it can lead to mental illness.
Seriously?
Yeah. So we are all parts. Christian or unchristian, we are all
Unchristian.
parts.
But as a whole pastor, if a whole pastor who was even advocating for this kind of topic could commit suicide, then it means we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
So, Mr. Nyamesem, then in
Yes,
that
sir.
case, what do you think should the church should do in order to help people? It means if a whole pastor could go this route, could kill himself, then that means that we have potential suicide people in the church.
Yeah.
What can the church do to take care of this kind of stuff before it happens?
I think the major thing that we should look at is we should be truthful to ourselves. We should not make religion stand between the truth and us.
Right.
If I'm going through something, I should be able to tell what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I should not be covering it up with scripture or even showing an upfront face, making people look as if we are people that are not supposed to even have challenges. From what I said, once you even have a feeling, once you have a thinking, once you have a mood, and that mood is affected in any way, it means you have some element of mental illness. Why are we saying that? Because when you have a particular way of thinking, and somebody comes into with a different thinking, it's a new idea. So you start thinking about yourself, what is wrong with what I said? What is wrong with the idea I gave? Is there a problem with it? Is that this? So you start thinking about that, and now that becomes depression on you. So where we want the church to start tackling from is we should shun that hypocrisy and let people understand that in as much as we are spiritual beings, we are living in a human body.
Right.
And that human body can be subject to the circumstances around us. And once the body responds to the circumstances around us, there is the need for that issue to be addressed in a very holistic manner, whereby people can really come out and say what they feel. They tell us what they feel. They let us know what they are going through. Because their shoes, we are not wearing the shoes with them. They are wearing their shoes. So we have to really let them tell us what is inside their shoes that they are feeling. And we should not assume that once everybody is in shoes, we are all in the same sizes. We can have size 17, we can have size 42, but still, although we are wearing the same 42, but still we might have somebody who the 42 will either be needed to have an 42 open or close. So let's not be a church that assumes that once we show up on the Sunday well dressed, we are all okay. We shouldn't. We shouldn't be doing that. And if we continue doing that, it will be hard for people to really open up, let us know what they are going through. And we should be real. We should be real with each other. Yeah.
I'll be coming very soon to the main program and what we should expect and all that. But I think this topic, and you guys are making some very big, some crucial points, which I think we should address before we even come zero in on the main program. On that day. So, Mr. Agbenyegah, is the church not solving the problem, the issue of depression? Like, are we not giving the people what they want? And let's be real, especially for the youth. It looks like there's some missing link somewhere.
Yeah.
What could be the missing link?
Yeah, I think that the church is doing okay,
The best,
but there is a lot that the church can do, especially when it comes to our youth, because we are from different generations, and some of us have lived in different environments, and the youth in particular today are also living in another environment that there are so many mediums, so many ways to do different things, right? So whilst I think the church is doing their best, I think that there's a lot of room for the church to improve, because for example, I like to quote numbers. Over 500,000 people in Ohio alone are living under mental illness. 5% of people in Ohio are living with mental illness. Yes. And look at this one. About 20% of people in the US are admitted at least once a year to sicknesses around mental illness. Okay? This is statistics that I'm quoting. And so the thing that we are talking about here is very serious. So if it comes to the church, I think that if they calculate that statistics for the church, it might even be more. Because the church people are hiding under the grace and the power of Jesus and grace and mercy and all of that. So while the church is doing very well, I think that the church has to be a little more practical.
Right.
In this. Absolutely. So the church, especially the leaders, have to dehumanize. They have to humanize themselves and let the people, especially the young ones, know that we are all humans and we can face these challenges, so that the young ones can open up. Because the thing about depression or mental illness or this kind of anxiety and all of that is that you can't see if the person dressed up nicely and come to church. The only way you can see is if you open up and these people talk to you. So I think my short answer is the church is doing okay, but there is still a lot of room, especially when it comes to our youth. We need to open up to them. We need to build that trust and relationship with them, even their parents. The parents have to kind of open up with their children in a way that they can talk to them, because if they can't talk to them, they will go seek advice elsewhere. And this is where you see substance abuse, because you are depressed. Okay, go get some alcohol, and then you can get it in your system. You'll be okay for 5 minutes. Then you go
it comes back double.
Exactly. So I think that we need to take practical steps, and part of which is this program, because it goes to create awareness. It goes to let everyone know that we understand the situation and we know that we can all suffer it.
For those who just joined us, this is Holyhills Radio. The program is Echoes of Grace. My name is Somuah. We are streaming live from Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and tonight we are having a fantastic time talking about Gen 2019. Thank you very much for joining us. We are inviting everybody. It's this Saturday. So far, we are talking about mental illness, which is one of the main topic that will be discussed at the program. Later on, we'll be zeroing in on the program itself and what to expect. And I have with me a wonderful gentleman, Mr. Agbenyegah is here, and Mr. Nyamesem Boakye is also here. And we are doing justice to a very crucial topic. Sometimes, like Adam covered himself with fig leaves, we cover ourselves with all kind of stuff just to make things look like we are okay. We are naked. And we are talking about some issues, especially the youth. I was a youth leader, and it taught me so many things. It actually opened my eyes to so many stuff. That the fact that the person is an elder son, the fact that the person is a pastor's daughter means nothing. That there are real issues that we have to own up to, and that is why we hear about suicide and all those kind of stuff that we are surprised of. What can the church do to destigmatize this issue of if you have mental issues or mental health issues, then you don't want to come out? What can we do? Because for me, I think that even Jesus in his time was telling his disciples. At that time, they didn't really have a lot of pressure on them like we do. They didn't have to worry about so many things. And at that time, he was even talking about, let not your heart be troubled.
Sure.
So those who were even close to Jesus were depressed. The fact that he was telling them means that they had an issue.
Yeah.
So what as a church can we do? Mr. Nyamesem, what as a church can we do? You are a Bible study leader and I know you are deep into scriptures. What are some of the things we can do to help, especially the youth? I know the adults also have their own issues. But at least let's tackle the youth first. What can we do to help?
The first thing that I believe strongly the church can do is to give the youth a forum or a platform that they can share what they are going through without the marks of judgmental attitudes. Yeah, because one of the things that is making them so scared to even bring their issues to the church rather than going outside is that when I tell you my issue, are you going to really help me or you are going to spread me? There are two things. So they have it at the back of their minds. If this one does not help me, this one is going to spread me. Let me use this example. There was this young kid that confided in somebody about an issue he was going through in the house. And because the guy, the father of that person's friend, the guy could confide in that, the father's friend. But when he confided in him, the father's friend went behind doors and spoke to the dad about the issue. And that worsened the case of the little boy. And when he met the man, he said, I thought I could open up to you. I knew my parents would take this thing out of proportion. That's why I came to you. But you've done the same thing that they will do to me. So the church is now not having that confidentiality that they could hold up the stories and the issues of the young ones. So they all bottle them up in and they start battling with it. And it affects their thinking, it affects their behavior and all of that. But where we come again, I'll go back on it saying we have to be truthful to these kids and let them know that whatever that they are going through, whatever challenge that they are seeing, we are not saints. We've either been through it, we've gone through it, or we have experienced that, and this is the way we dealt with it.
That's right.
So when we open up to them like that, it breaks that ice around them so that they could also come out to tell us what they are going through. And the moment any young person knows that he can really keep a secret or confide in you about what they are going through, I tell you, 1,001 issues, they will be throwing them all up to you for help. And that's what we are looking at. That they could tell us what they are going through, they could share what they are going through, and they will not be judged of what is happening, but rather they will know that their issue is being helped and they are having solutions to it. And that solution too must be practical. It shouldn't be that theoretical thing. It should be very practical, broken into the pieces that can be achievable. Although we are a spiritual being and we have to tackle all of these things in the spiritual, we still have to make it easier. And again, what I would want to say concerning the youth is we should not use our backgrounds or how we were trained at home to always be the yardstick to judge others.
The Ghana experience.
The Ghana experience. And we keep going back on it, referring to it and making it look as if we had the best of all lifestyles ever. But if you are being real and you make them understand what you are going through or what you went through, I think it's relational. It will be easy for them to open up and tell us what they are also going through. And it will not be a conversational thing that after you heard it from, maybe you heard it from one youth, you went to my brother, Delali, have you heard what this person? No, the moment you start doing that, it kills them even faster than the issues that they were dealing with.
Wow. Can we talk a little bit about last year? Last year, what happened? I mean, at the program itself.
For Jen, the last time was 2017 because 2018 we did our church building lunch and all that, so we didn't actually do Jen in 2018. But the last one is 2017. That was the one that we talked about the substance abuse, the
Okay.
opioid. That was the time that was on the rise in Ohio,
Okay.
right? And that one we had officers from the city, so the Columbus City Mayor representatives were there.
Really?
Yes, and then a few other people, and we also have the Council of Mental Health Ohio representatives also came to talk about substance abuse, the consequences, and how to deal with the opioids, and how to handle situations where you are prescribed a medicine and it's becoming addictive. How to deal with those situations. So it was very interesting. That was the focus in 2017. And outside of this, like I said earlier, we use music to bring people together. So we had Minister Diana Hamilton, who traveled all the way from London for that program. In 2017. So it was really a great program. We also had Minister Bernice, Mr. Ni Ado, who were here in Columbus with us. They all came together to join Minister Diana Hamilton with our joint Pentecost Arise Choir, which is made up of Voices of Glory and the New Generation Choir. They all came together, so they actually put up a very solid musical performance. That was what happened in 2017.
Wow. And you are a music person. I know this man is also a music person. How important is music to Christians? I mean, why are you guys even including music in this whole thing?
Yeah. So I will start, and then my brother can come in. So music brings people together. Even knowing that we come from Africa, you think about Africa. Everywhere you go, there's music.
Yeah.
You go to
the
beach,
rhythm.
you go to the beach. People are pulling the net. There is music
singing,
everywhere.
yeah.
And when you come to the Bible, music is so powerful. You see, this is why even when people are fighting, people are thinking people are bringing guns. God just said, "You guys be singing," and then the walls of Jericho just collapse.
Yeah.
You understand? In the Bible, right? And another situation. People are getting crazy. They say, "Oh, go bring David. Let him play the music." You play the music for the
That's
king.
mental health.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And then the king will listen to the music, and the king will calm down. So music actually is very powerful. In the Christian realm, is an easy way of preaching and proclaiming the goodness of
That's
God
right.
through music. That people will not see you that you are mad. Imagine you just go and talking. People think you are mad, but if you are singing and playing instrument, it's so powerful, right? And music easily brings together people. So the reason music is powerful here is that we are using it as a way to bring people together. And through music, we are worshiping God, we are praising God, and you never know, even at that moment, somebody's mental illness can be healed just by listening to the words of encouragement from the music. And really soaking it in. It can bring deliverance. And I just gave 2 examples from the Bible where music played a very important role. So bringing the music is one, because if you just organize a mental health seminar, people might feel like this is going to be very boring, right? But if you combine it with music, you worship God, you praise God, and then you have this serious discussion. Go back to worship God and praise God again. It makes it more easier for people to come and enjoy.
Okay. So Nyamesem,
Yes.
I mean, how important is music?
I'm going back on what my brother said, and it's, we will make a reference from 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14, and I'll jump to the last. The verse 14, it said, "But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord tormented and troubled him." So over there to the last verse that I'm going to read. So Saul had to really send for people, and they sorted out the whole of Israel, and they wanted somebody who could really help to calm a king down. How? What I was considering is a whole king like Saul could be tormented in the head and in the mind. So in this verse, it will look as if he is the leader of Israel, or he is the leader of the church.
That's right.
And he's been affected. So why did we not call pastors? Why did we not call counselors? Why did we not call people that are really versed in the medical field? Because he's a king. But what they sorted for was, let's call David to come with his harp. And when you read the 23, and he says, "So Saul sent to Jesse, saying, Let David remain in my service, for he pleases me. And when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, David took a lie and played it. So Saul was refreshed, and became well, and the evil spirit left him.
That's right.
So here, music is playing a major role in even tackling the issue of mental illness. Let's take it this way. You can be going through something, a challenge, and maybe you wake up in the morning and you'll be listening to some calm music. Before you realize, it tones you down to accept that, yes, although you are going through something, but your spirit is also calmed. So whichever wavelength we may take it, music plays a major role in helping curb certain issues in the brains or in the mind, and even in our psychological way of reasoning. Music plays a major role in it. Let me go again. There was this rhythm that used to play. I did not really like the song, but at the point when I was there and the song was playing, before I realized, I was tapping my foot and I was like, how did I get myself caught unaware in that? And that's the power of music that we always assume is nothing. It's really powerful. Yeah. So a genre of music can really have an influence. And here we are going to tune, or we are going to give our people the best of tune in good gospel classical music, whereby whichever we are going through, whatever we are going through, the situation that we will bring, whichever issue, even if your topic is not being treated over there, we are trusting God that by prayer and what we've been waiting on God, trusting Him to do on that day in our administration, God is going to meet somebody at the point of their need.
Wow. Let me read some comments from people who are watching us. Elder Eric Owusu says, watching you live from Columbus North District Central Assembly. God bless you guys. And then we have Elder Noah Jima. He says, awesome examples from the Bible. And our sister Nkrumah, Mama Nkrumah says, oh my people. So people are watching us and they are really enjoying the program. Yeah, so on this, and it's going to be on this Saturday.
Yes.
What time is it going to be?
Doors open at 5 p.m.
5?
Yes, we really want
Ghanaian
to...
time or...
Oh, this is American time.
Yeah, this is American
Ghana man time, God's main time.
It's God's main time, that's it.
Yeah, we really want to start early so that we can cover a lot and enjoy the music, so that every artist that is coming will have enough time to showcase what God has laid upon them to give to the community. We will have a lot of dignitaries among us, chiefs, Ghanaian community chiefs.
Wow.
We are inviting all of them. So we really want to start on time and close on time.
Wow. And who are the artists who are coming?
Yeah. So it's going to be a very wonderful event. Number one, we have Minister or Bishop Bezele Kole. He's coming all the way from Maryland.
Wow. Just for this program?
Yes. Yeah. He is a very powerful minister of God. He is a pastor and a musician. He's coming all the way from Maryland just for this program. He's number one. Number two is our own Deacon Yao Ose-Owusu.
Okay.
A great guy. He is the founder of True Worshippers. That has become a household program in the United States that people go once a year to worship God and learn more about how to worship God in truth. So Minister Yao Ose-Owusu will be present as well. In addition, there will be the African American Voices, which is a choir in Ohio State University, made up of African Americans. So they will also be present to minister with us. And our own PAC, which is Pentecost Arise Choir. This is the choir made up of the Voices of Glory in PIWC and the New Generation Choir in our Central Church. So these two are coming together to form a super duper choir. So you can imagine how it will be putting these two powerful choirs together. Of course, we have our own song leaders there. Minister Danny Tofi, a very young, vibrant leader of music, will be there as well to minister unto us. And this is just to mention a few. There's going to be community musicians from Assemblies of God and all over that will be around to support as well. So this is just the music side. of it.
Okay. For the other dignitaries who are coming, can you run through them for us?
Before we even get to the dignitaries, let me quickly say this, that the host pastor too is really giving us a real backbone in this. And the whole of Columbus, if you've not even met this man before, it's also an opportune time, Pastor Nanayabua, to come into our building and have contact with him. He's a very wonderful person, ready to listen, ready to act, ready to help. I believe he's going to be a blessing to some of us too. And like he said, we're going to have the community chiefs coming in. And we're still having so many, we are bringing a whole lot of people on board. In the medical field, we are bringing a lot of people. We are having some too who have been in this field of working with mental issues for very long while, and they are great men in that field. So we know that by the end of the program, we're going to cover a very wide scope of meeting at least major needs that we are all going through. And like we said earlier, it's not something that is too far from us. Everybody, one way or the other, has an encounter with any of these. So these well-trained men who are having these great opportunities to share time with us are really going to expose themselves to let us really learn and know, so that at least we can break the stigma of this mental illness that we are battling with.
Yeah, and also just to, sometimes when people are so close to you, you don't mention their names. Like I did mention Danny Tofi, right? But also in addition to all the health professionals that are coming, there is Adano Wajima.
Yeah.
Okay.
This man has done a lot of research as far as it can, as far as it concerns mental health, suicide, and all of that. He has written more than 50 pages of work as far as suicide and mental health is concerned. And he is also a backbone of this program. He will be there as well to share some of his learnings. So it's going to be really, really exciting and very educative and informative we learn these tools. Yeah.
For those who have just joined us, this is Holyhills Radio. The program is Echoes of Grace. Today we are talking about Gen 2019, and we have some wonderful personalities here with us who are taking us through what we should expect on Saturday. We have just a few minutes to go. So can you run us through the committee? Who formed the committee and what are their rules?
Okay. So Danoa is actually the chairman of the committee.
Okay.
I'm the acting leader of the planning committee. Danoa special assistant. Yeah, so I'm basically he's been
in his
very
shoes
busy,
now,
and then I'm working under him. And of course, our pastor himself is the overseer. Pastor Nana, your boy is overseer.
He's like the general captain.
Exactly.
Sure.
He's the general captain, and Danoa is the.
So he leads and we follow.
Exactly. And then I'm helping coordinate all the committee. And then Brother Nyamesem and Deacon Amos are the leaders of our publicity committee. So all the materials that you see around, like the t-shirt that we are wearing, the flyers, those things were designed by him. So that's his team working on that. And then we have Brother Danny Tofi, Sister Phoebe, who happens to be my wife, and then Sister Portia. They are in charge of the music. Okay. And then Deaconess Nana Kofi is actually in charge of all the invited guests that we are bringing. And then we also have Elder Aso, who is our money man. He's actually in charge of all our finances. So we really have really good people volunteered helping in all of this. And we have a lot of other young people like our brother Jacob helping, making sure that the mics and the music, all the audiovisuals will really work that day very well. So that's like the leadership of the committee. So you can see combination of people from both Central and PIWC coming together to work to bring this program to us.
And you have put a lot of great talents together. I mean, Noah and all the kind of people you have put together is going to be such a wonderful group to work with. And if somebody wants to advertise, because there's a very huge platform to advertise, how do they go about it?
Yes, I like to talk about that one. So as I said, we are bringing two artists from Maryland.
Uh-huh.
You know, we need fans to go
Cater
through
for
all of
that,
this.
yeah.
We actually sharing flyers around. There's a lot of things to do, and to help support this, we are opening doors for businesses who want to fund the program. And as a return of this favor, we will have their names in the brochure. So, based on how much you give, we will have a space in the brochure where you can put your logo. And as the program is going on, we will be announcing to all participants or everyone there that, you know, so and so has given us this, and we will recognize you. So as we mention your name, people there will know about your business and all of that. That's number one. Number two, we are planning on actually putting together those who are contributing this to share a short video, like a greetings from our sponsors, right? So, and again, this is a way we are bringing, or we are proposing to make sure that we can really appreciate all the people who have been helping us. So since we've started having this program has been sponsored by members of the church and businesses that are owned by people in our church, and a few external ones, right? So we are still counting on these businesses and these people to still support us, and we will have space in the brochure that their logos will be there. They will be announced at the event so that people will know what they offer, and I think it's a good way to promote our own businesses as well.
Wow.
I think the magnitude of it is the church building can be filled to capacity, and we are estimating over 1,000. So imagine when your business is mentioned to this 1,000 group of people.
Right.
It's better form of advertising, whereby you're not really going to feel the impact. People just going to hear it, but it's going to stay with them because they are there with the first-hand information from our sponsors. And we are trying as much as possible to make your sponsorship package not to be a waste, in the sense that it's not just going to be you paying money, we just having your name in a book or something, but we creating a whole lot of opportunities whereby your business can meet our participants too as well, whereby you meet them. Many forms of advertisement are being brushed over, but this is a form of advertisement that makes you come closer to your consumers, and it's the best that we could actually give. And the reason for it is, don't think that your business is booming, so you don't need this package. You need it, because advertisement is just like, if you are into business and you are not advertising, it's like you staying in the dark and blinking your eye. Nobody sees you. But when you are in the light, that's when you are being opened for many people to see. And you might think, oh, I have a chunk number of customers. You need more.
Yeah.
You need more. So we welcome any company that wants to come on board. You are welcome to come. There are so many packages that we have. We have the gold, we have the platinum, we have the silver. Whichever one that your pocket may fit, you can just throw it in, and we are ready to go with you.
Okay. So far, how many? Can you go through some of the sponsors that we have, because this will be another platform for people.
Yes, I don't have a full list, but I can read out a few of the sponsors that we have. We have Global RS Pharmacy, which is a pharmacy owned by other than Tofi. He's sponsoring us. We also have the African market owned by Antipat. She's Berekum. She's sponsoring us. We also have I think it's called Hope Daycare, which is a new daycare that is coming to our church. You know, they are setting up a daycare in our church. They are also sponsoring us. There is the individuals like Brother Nasser. There are some individuals like Elder Noah. There are several people sponsoring us. Like I said, that also has all the full and updated list that I will be able to read later on. I just don't have all the full list here. Jermaine Lexus.
Really?
They are also sponsoring us.
Wow.
Yeah, because they also had a connection with them. They sponsored us actually in 2017, and they are sponsoring us again. And of course, we have the Holyhills. How do you call it? Holyhills Health.
Radio.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Pinto's
Pinto, right.
business. They are also sponsoring us.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's going to be a wonderful event.
Wow.
So the daycare is King's Royal Academy.
King's
Yeah,
Royal
at the
Academy
church,
at the
yeah.
church.
Wow.
Yeah, they are sponsoring
Wow.
us
Wow.
as well.
Wow.
So we and like I said, there are many more that
Many.
we will be mentioning their names. And you know, since we are now getting the word out, people are still bringing it. We only have 1 week more, but we are very aggressive,
Wow.
hoping that we can get more money to sponsor the program. And we have a lot of nice t-shirts that we are
T-shirts, yeah,
selling.
yeah.
Right, we are selling them $15 or more for now. You know, because you know, think about it
It's
as
the
sponsoring
yellow.
the program, and
Right.
then this become a memorabilia that you can always use
Exactly.
to remember
Exactly.
Gen 2019. So we have it in white, in yellow, and in blue. So you can contact myself or my brother Nyamesem. You can contact Elder Noah. You can even contact our pastor, Reverend Nana Yeboah. He will reach out to us, and we can sell this. So for those who come to Miracle Service, tomorrow we will be at Miracle Service to sell the t-shirts. And you know, just come out. You will be blessed with all these donations. And you have to remember, Galatians 6 chapter 2 says that carry each other's burden, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. You see, the thing is that sometimes you may be thinking, well, why should I give money to support mental illness? I think I don't even have mental illness. None of my family is. But as Christians, we should carry the burden of everyone.
Right.
And this is an opportunity for us to really support this good cause. Life is not about just going to work, coming, living in your own corner. But I think life is more fulfilled when you can actually help people. And we are providing you a great opportunity to help.
Okay, and then like I said, you guys are also going to include my upcoming movie.
Yes.
The movie that we did. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So for the movie, let me just give you a little bit of background to it. It's going to come out very soon, probably around Thanksgiving. I'll be talking to Pastor on that when you're supposed to release it. It's called 10 Over.
10 over.
10 Over, and the church is really behind it, and you should watch out for it. If you want more information on it, you can contact us here at Holyhills Radio. 10 Over has David Donto, for those who know Ghana Man, is part of the movie. We have Efo Esiama, we have Nanama, we have Leslie, we have a host of other people, and it's a story about a young lady who made a decision with regards to her marriage and made a terrible decision, and the consequences were just terrible. So watch this movie. Is going to come out very soon. So I would plead with you guys to include it in it and then commercialize it for us.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Since you have hosted us here, I think it makes sense for us to do that.
Yeah. So is there anybody that you want to show appreciation to before we wrap up? People that you want to thank.
As you're thinking about that, let me just put this thing real quick. With issues that we go through, I have this little acronym I want us to work with. Whatever you go through, remember PTA. Pray about it. Talk to people about it. And the last one, which is the A, that's where we find it hard. Associate with people so that they could know what you are going through.
Wow.
And provide the little help that they can. So whatever you are going through, remember these things. PTA, pray about it. Talk to people about it. And the last, associate. Find people that could really carry your burdens with you, and you share with them. They say have a problem shared is half solved.
Right.
Yeah, you share so that the burden, in fact, give it to people to also carry. Don't carry it alone.
Thank you so much. And, yeah.
I just like to use this opportunity to thank our district pastor.
That's right.
Pastor Nana
Yeah,
Yeboah, for really allowing this program to happen, because the church calendar is so busy, but you can see clearly here he has passion for helping people as well. So
Pastor
we want to
NY,
thank you.
Nana Yeboah.
Yes, and
Priest
of
and
course, of course, Elder Noah, who is another passionate man of God, who wants to see growth in the community.
That's right.
We want to also thank our sponsors. Like I said, I do not want to read all the names and miss some of them. At the appropriate time, I will mention all the names one by one. But I also want to thank our choir, the Gen choir that we are calling Pentecost Arise Choir, which is made up of Voice of Glory and the New Generation. These guys are meeting day and night, getting ready with really, really good music. So you have to come expecting a lot from these guys. They are meeting a lot, they are practicing a lot, and you will be amazed what you will see on Saturday from this choir. So once again, we thank all of you. We are hoping that you come in your numbers on Saturday, the 21st of September, and the doors open at 5 p.m. Not Ghana man time, but God's main time.
That's it.
We are so grateful to this wonderful gentleman, and it's free, right?
Yeah,
Oh yes,
free.
It's free.
It's
So
free,
you
very
have not-
free.
You don't have to
Just
pay
come
anything.
with your hands and your heart. Yeah.
Yeah, so appreciative to this wonderful gentleman. They really taught us a lot, and people don't have to feel shy about having mental issues. Everybody has a little bit of mental
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, so we should all open up and seek help rather than being pressured and committing suicide and making a whole lot of trouble. We are praying to God that everything is going to work out as we have planned. If you want to do any commercial, you can get in touch with us. We will get in touch with them. Tonight, we want to thank everybody. Mr. Nyamesem.
Thank you very much, sir. Bless
God.
God.
And then Mr. Agbenyegah, God bless you so much. We are most grateful. My name is Somuah. Thank you so very much for joining us. God bless.
Amen. Thank you.